Hello friends, very good evening. So welcome back to my YouTube channel Talent Traders. And this video I'm just going to update my Google Sheet and along with our Inside Camarilla sheets so that you how to understand how we are going to utilize this Camarilla Inside as well as Narrow. That would be the new sheet which is added on our Google Sheet scanner. And already we have a weekly positional and monthly positional and an intraday. So here we are going to update weekly as well as inside Camarilla levels are updated for tomorrow. So here is the last yesterday's date it's showing you on Friday, but this data is for on Monday's value. So we have a lot of put side which forming a inside and call side we have some stocks in inside. So inside it simply tell the stock which forming a pattern in between the R4 and S4. So where we can understand this Google Sheet, now we are changing the data. So you should understand how the data are updating here in this Google Sheet, and this is for a study purpose where you can use this analysis for your trading. So this is what a previous day R4 and S4, and the next day R4 and S4 that we called as an inside one. So that what particular strike price is according to the previous day closing price. So we will select a strike price, and that strike price R4 values and S4 values are mentioned here, and exactly this is what condition in the first and second works. It is exactly inside between the previous day. So the strike price selection is based on the previous day closing price, where we mentioned what is the exact closing price. Let we assume for a testing purpose Ultratech. So we will take for an Ultratech, and it is a future closing price Ultratech, and even you can check the spot price. That closing is 11,372.45 in a spot. This is a future one Ultratech future. What is the closing price? 113.75. So maybe it is a spot based or a future based. Let me check it. So near about spot. Okay, and the strike price based on this particular closing price 1140. So that we are going to take for a study Ultratech 1140, and this one which forming a inside Camarilla. So inside Camarilla is simply from previous day R4 and in between the S4. So that we called an inside Camarilla. So if you find a breakout opportunity on R4 level, that would be a great chances where we can get a uh, breakout opportunities. That is the logic which we are used, and that is why we are using this particular scanner. So this same like put also, and here narrow is nothing about a power grid 335. So power grid 335 call option, and this time this R4 and S4 for tomorrow, that would be in between the previous day R3 and S3. That is the difference between the R4 and S4 inside and narrow. So narrow is between the R3 and S3 of previous day, and inside between comparatively previous day R4 and S4. So that four types of scanners which are. So here also you can look at this. It is an inside one. Okay, so compared to the previous day, but it is not a narrow. Inside one, maybe it given a breakout and it was fails, no problem. But after the breakdown, maybe if after your stop loss figure 7 and it fall down, so maybe we can manage with our 2.1 and 3.2 kind of strategies also we can utilize for our positional trading. And if you are using a positional, so most probably I am using a very narrow, so that would be even more powerful. And the strike price may be not a ATM at the time. So we have to filter out the strike price based on the ATM. That is what an exactly previous day closing price. So now this is also be accessible from our sheet, and this is the data and the stock and strike prices which you are selecting based on the inside and narrow Camarilla. So maybe we track, and our intraday sheet is exactly for an R4 breakout, those stock which breaks the R4 level, and we can look for. And if one Nifty started with more than 30 points positive, so we can look for a call side breakout, and if it is less than 30 points negative, so we can look for a put side. So that would be a great opportunity where we find out intraday Camarilla R4 breakout. So this is what an yesterday. So for example, Zydus Life 1200. 1200 call option, sorry, put option. So here is there is a breakout. It's a second candle breakout I normally prefer, but in this case it is a first candle breakout where you can see 9:15 itself it is given you the breakout, but it gives you such a good movement. So most of the time the first candle breakout can be reversed. So that's why we are ignoring the first candle breakout. But in this case, a lot of opportunity excited 510. So 510 when it is breaks in the put side. So this is what a perfect breakout that happened around 12 o'clock. So normally I just took for a how to find a one or two opportunities for an intraday. I will try for a first second candle breakout of 9:30 to 9:45 breakout. I should keep below pivot or S4 as a stop loss depends on your risk ability. What the risk you are taken, you should keep the target based on the your risk, maybe 1.1 or 1.2. So whatever the risk reward ratio you can just plan with the based on your risk ability. And the weekly and monthly positional is works based on our positional concept. Last week also we updated stocks which a lot of stocks triggers on last week is almost 17 plus stocks which more than 50 percentage and almost 23 stocks more than 50 percentage. The logic is to we are not going to take a trade with 23 24 stocks. From this list out we can select effectively 2 or 3 stocks for a weekly. So that is what the main concept which you are used. And monthly positional, so you know well, so more than 25 stocks which triggers more than 50% in put side. Now market is slightly recovered. So as of now, so we have some put sides are more than 50%, almost 9 stocks. But call side also we have some triggers that is moving well, like Bajaj Auto and Trent. Trent this month both the sides it moves and downside initially and now it is upside. And Dixon that was giving you some good move and Voltas. So these are all the stocks for the month. So the next week is then physical delivery week and expiry week. We have only 4 days. So we normally don't use our advanced option strategy on expiry weeks. It is just for an update. The sheet will be updating. But weekly also it is for an update only. So if you want to use it and you can use it. And if you are trying for an ATM or ITM options, you will be pay high margin because of physical delivery. Maybe OTM is having a premium only, but it is highly risky because on expiry week most of the premium is going to be zero. So now I'm going to update the sheet for the next week, and monthly sheet is going to be start updated on first of every month, and weekly sheet every Monday. So tomorrow's levels is going to be updated, and intraday sheet is updating for a daily basis. So I'm just going to update the sheet for next week as well as an intraday, and the data which we have mentioned on inside Camarilla that stocks for tomorrow's level. So we will finding the levels one day advance and we will be getting that stocks. Maybe if you have any other scanners and screeners which you are finding the stocks, that would be helping you to this sheet will be helping you to make some opportunities. So now next week data is updated for weekly positional, and no stocks is now nearby 100%, because in 100% when it is nearing to the 100, that would be giving you the breakout. So as per the our positional strategy, and if you are not known about our strategy, you can apply your own strategy whatever the stock which is coming to the near to the breakout level. So okay, and weekly and monthly, and intraday also updated some of the stocks like Granules, Chamber, India Cements, showing you 100, that may be not a liquid one. Simply you should ignore. And this sheet also you can just track after 9:30. That will be giving you such a right thing. So the stocks which is going to break the level after 9:30, that would be very easy to follow and track those stocks. And this is what an opportunity where we find out intraday, and this is what a scanners which we are using, and whatever the stocks which we are showing you, what the Camarilla levels based on intraday as well as the inside Camarilla and narrow Camarilla. So we will take as a scanned result. So from that we try to find an opportunity based on your trade logic and idea. So these details are given for an information and education purpose only. Okay, so monthly positional, and it is a scanner based on the scan which we are using a strategy based. So I hope understand. So the sheet is updated. Most probably next week we are not using trades because of delivery and high margins. So a lot of complications on the next week. That is an expiry week. Only 4 days is the thing. So we just we have to wait, and first week that is the first week of next month. So we will start our positional strategies. And intraday you maybe try with, if you are a broker which is allowing to trade, so you can also try for this. And this also you can track how it works. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you.